A man arrested for sexually abusing a child at a Greenwood daycare has pled guilty. Jamie Speaks agreed to a plea deal today that includes an 18-year prison term. The charges were filed after a victim reported to Greenwood police that Speaks abused her at Miss Tina's daycare when she was 2 years of age. That same daycare is also facing a civil lawsuit alleging they allowed a registered sex offender around children. Speaks previously pled guilty to child sex crimes back in 2012. An Oklahoma man facing capital murder charges after a 16-year-old was found dead in Siloam Springs over the weekend has had a bond set today. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer was in the Benton County courtroom and tells us what happened.
Monday, a judge set 18-year-old Dalton Hunt's bond at $500,000. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says deputies were called to a home on Lacey Street in Siloam Springs. Police say 16-year-old Giovanni Miranda was shot to death at the scene. According to court documents, when deputies went to Hunt's home to question him, he stepped out with his hands up.
This is not a whodunit. This is a what are the surrounding circumstances on whodunit. That's one of the reasons why the bond recommendation was what it was. Also, because the investigation is continuing, because there are some circumstances in this particular case that will want a little better fleshed out.
Before turning himself in, Hunt told authorities that he was afraid Miranda was going to shoot him, so he shot first. Documents show Hunt also told deputies he never saw Miranda pull out a gun. Benton County prosecuting attorney Brian Sexton says his office argued for that $500,000 bond because of a few factors, including the suspect having ties to Houston, Texas.
The fact that there was no known criminal history for this particular defendant and his local ties, but at the same time weighed against the fact that this is a serious crime. The state does have concerns regarding the potential for fleeing.
Sexton says since he's taken over as prosecutor, his office is seeing more younger defendants like Hunt.
There are other cases that we are prosecuting to this day that involve younger and younger juveniles and involve gunplay. It is a really bothersome pattern.
In Benton County, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
Also developing today, a man already serving a prison sentence for a murder in Arizona now set to face another trial in Fort Smith. John Cole is charged with murder in the 2021 death of Jeremiah Hawthorne. He was already sentenced to more than 30 years in prison after pleading guilty to the murder of another man in Arizona. Sebastian County issued its own arrest affidavit this month after that case wrapped up in Arizona. Cole is now being held in the Sebastian County Jail on a $500,000 bond. A neighborhood park in Conway, now a crime scene after a deadly shooting during a party last night. Shooting left 2 people dead, 9 others injured. Rebecca Brown went to the neighborhood where it happened to talk to folks there about what happened.
It's going to be something that's going to affect everybody in this area for a long time. And if they get over it, it's going to take them a while because it's shocking.
What began as a night of celebration quickly turned into chaos and heartbreak Sunday night as gunfire erupted at a party full of hundreds of people at 5th Avenue Park in Conway.
And to know that that party was not meant to be that. I think it was a lot of college kids having a good time, and it started out as a really good time. And to see that it turned into what it did is just really sad.
2 lives lost, 9 more injured by gunfire. Nicole Wise Pruitt, who lives just across the street, says she's never seen anything so heartbreaking.
You could see officers trying to resuscitate people and then stopping, and we knew that, things probably weren't good at that point. There were some young women who were out here and their friends were trying to pull them back over to this way, probably where their cars were parked, and heard some of them saying, "Jesse's gone." And that's just something I won't forget. It was really sad.
Jerry Evans, a retired Army veteran with PTSD, says the gunfire triggered old trauma, forcing him to barricade himself inside his home.
All that and that post-traumatic stress just kicked in, and it really affected me a lot, and it still affected me a lot. And that's why this is the first time I come out, and it's now 12:35, and I've been in there, trying to deal with it. Couldn't sleep.
Evans says his first instinct was simple: survive.
try to take cover and make sure that I wasn't hit or anything. So it was shocking.
With the community shaken and hearts heavy from loss, Nicole says the park will never be the same.
Still never would have thought that something this close to home could happen. And I think that it's still a great park. I just hate that now it's going to have the stigma attached to it.
Rebecca Brown, 5 News.
Arkansas State Police say a child has died after being hit by a vehicle over the weekend in Rogers. Happened just after 8 last night near the South Popular and 47th Street intersection, about a block south of Business Highway 71. Police say the child was hit by an SUV. State Police did not provide any details about the child's age or who was driving the vehicle. We'll, of course, follow any developments, bring them to you from investigators on our website at 5newsonline.com. The Springdale School District says a former assistant basketball coach, Matt Williams, died over the weekend. He was in a deadly car crash in Pine Bluff on Saturday night. Springdale Schools released a statement to us confirming Williams' passing. He was previously an assistant coach with Springdale's boys basketball team before moving on to a head coaching job at Whitehall. His death is the second coach at that school in recent years to die suddenly. Former Razorback quarterback Ryan Mallett was the Whitehall High School football coach when he died in 2023.
Fortunately, we've done it before, so we know what it looks like, and we know what we need to have in place to support our students and our staff. So we have those measures in place, and we'll be keeping a close eye on everyone over the next few days and a few weeks.
Coach Williams took the job leading the Whitehall boys team just last year. He was 37 years of age. His loved ones are still finalizing funeral arrangements. Fayetteville City Council tomorrow night will vote on changing the name of 2 streets. West Chattel Street and North Plantation Avenue could change to West Reflection and North Garden at the Heritage Village neighborhood. This comes after multiple petitions were written up over the last 4 years, with some residents supporting the name change because of the street's name's racist nature. But other residents filed a counter petition claiming the name change would, quote, unintentionally sanitize the past rather than confront it meaningfully. That petition also mentioned difficulty in updating official documents, mail services, online records, and potential emergency services delays. Fayetteville City Council members say Mayor Molly Ron is working to address those logistical concerns.
I appreciate that those residents did bubble up some of those concerns, and so spoke with the mayor, and it sounds like we have a person that's going to run point in the city where they're trying to get information together on kind of the customary things that have to change and what that looks like, and even somebody that can be reached out to at the city to make sure in the event there's questions or concerns that come up that they can help to navigate them.
That counter petition also suggests alternative solutions like installing educational plaques that give historical context.